guys, so now we're going to be doing the activity packets on pages 37 through 43. So it says answer the questions using the map and the map keys. So here's our map, there's our map key. Number one, how many houses are in this town? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the questions. You write the answers and then pause if you need more time, and then we'll go over the answers. So number one, how many houses are in this town? Which direction do I need to walk to go from the church, which is that, to the nearest park? So you're going to figure out which direction you need to walk, north, south, east, or west. And then how many schools are shown on this map? And schools look like that. Number four, which business is next to the library? Number five, after I eat at Mrs. Cook's restaurant, which way do I walk to go to the nearest park? So that's Mrs. Cook's restaurant and nearest park. Now, if you are not finished writing the answers, you can pause here. I'm going to go over the answers now. It says, how many houses are in this town? Okay, so we have houses that look like that, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't even see the different colors there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it looks like there are 16 houses. Number two, which direction do I need to walk to go from the church to the nearest park? So let's find the church. It's right there. And it looks like the nearest park is right there. So I'm going to be walking from here to here. And if I look at my compass rose, going this way is west. Then number three, it says how many schools are shown in this map. So schools look like that. So I see 1 and 2. There are 2 schools on this map. Which business is next to the library? So here's the library. And the business that's next to it, look at that. I look at the map key. That's the toy store. Okay. Number 5, after I eat at Mrs. Cook's restaurant, which way do I walk to go to the nearest park? So Mrs. Cook's restaurant is right there. And the nearest park is right there. So I'm going to go from here to there. And if I look at my rows, if I go that way, I'm going north. All right, so that's it for that page. On the back, it says Inventor Matchup. So you're going to draw a line from the inventor to the invention. Remember that some inventors designed more than one invention. Okay, so we see these different objects here, and we see the names Thomas Edison, Alexander G. Bell or Alexander Graham Bell, Wright brothers, and Henry Ford. Okay, so let's look here. This is the phone, the first phone, so that would go to Thomas, or the phonograph, so that would go to Thomas Edison. Okay. Not the phonograph, sorry. I'm having a brain cramp. Alexander Graham Bell invented the first phone. The plane, invented by the Wright brothers. Okay. Then Thomas Edison, we have the film. Then the light bulb, of course, goes to Thomas Edison. And then the first car goes to Henry Ford. Okay. We're moving on to page 39. And it says, use the word bank to answer the clues and complete the crossword puzzle. So, 2 across. Alexander Bell's assistant was Mr. And you can look at page 145 to help you if you need to. But it is Watson. W, 2 across is right here. A-T-S-O-N. There you are. 3 across. The Blank brothers built an airplane. So 3 across, right. W-R-I-G-H-T. Okay. 5 across. A famous inventor was Thomas and that would be Edison. Edison. Number 7, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. Eight across, a blank could record and play sound. Phonograph. 10 across. Telephone right there. 10 across. Garrett Morgan invented a blank mask. Breathing. You can thank him for coming up with breathing masks. A lot of people are using breathing masks. 1 down. Mr. Blank invented the traffic light. That would be Morgan. So that would be capital M. O is already there. R. G is already there. A. And then N is already there. Okay. Oops. Number 4 down. Henry Ford thought of a faster way to build cars using N blank line. And we see N, so we know it starts with a vowel. So it's an assembly line. So that would be 4 down. ASSEMBLY. Number 6 down. This invention made it much easier for people to travel by train. It's 2 words. So it's sleeping car. S is already there. L, E is already there. And then B, P, I, N is already there. G. And then car. C, A is already there. And R. Okay. Last one. The Space and Science Agency of the U.S. government is called blank. NASA. Okay. So that's page 39. On the back, it says Great Americans. Okay, so unscramble the names of these talented men and women. Fill in the numbered letters from your answers to find the hidden message. So we have these letters here. These names are all mixed up, but they give you a hint. The first letter of each name is capitalized, and so that should help you. Your word bank is here, and then you use those numbers to fill in the special message down here. If you need to pause here, you certainly can. To write the answers in. And now I'm going to go ahead and start writing the answers down. So that first one is Fanny Crosby. The next one is John Philip Sosa. Norman Rockwell. Jackie Robinson. Jim Thorpe. And this one I'm probably not going to say it correctly, so I do apologize if I mispronounced it, but it's Newt Rockney. And now we're going to use these numbers to fill in the letters, or fill in the hidden message there. And I'm going to go ahead and just start writing the hidden message, and you can see if you have yours correct. So this first word, whatsoever, thy, hand, findeth, to do, do it with thy might. Okay, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. And that is actually a verse. And so that verse reminds us that whatever we do it with all of your effort. Don't just do half of your effort on it. Make sure that you put everything into every job that you do. Always do your best work, okay? And obviously, these inventors obviously did their best, okay? Now, the next one, you're going to notice the page 41. You've already done that. So now we need to just do the back, okay? Now for this part, I'm not going to color it with you, but you can pause the video as we go, just so that you have time to color it in. But I'm deciding that these videos are just going to be too long if I take the time to color them with you. So let's go ahead and get started. We have this one is Alaska. That's going to be brown. This one is Hawaii. And Hawaii is going to be gray. So you can even just use your pencil to color that in. Okay. This is California. California is going to be pink. To the right of California is Nevada. That's where my brother lives. That's going to be purple. To the right of Nevada, we have Utah. Utah is going to be yellow. To the right of Utah, we have Colorado. That's going to be green. Above Colorado is Wyoming. That's going to be a light blue. And we've already done Montana. So here, this is Idaho. That's going to be red. To the left is Oregon. That's going to be that dark blue. The very top, that's Washington. Not Washington, D.C. This is a whole different state. That is Washington. And that is going to be orange. Okay? All right, so now we're working on this last page, and it says follow the directions to create your own map on the grid below. Draw a railroad going, and then, okay, so it tells you what directions to follow. So it says, first of all, draw a road going east. We look at our compass rose, east. East means this way on this map. From A1 right here for 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to draw, a road going like that. Okay. Number 2, draw a railroad going south. So if we look at our compass rose, south means to go that way. So we're going to go that way from E1 for 5 blocks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to draw my railroad, and it's going to have these little lines to show that it is a railroad. Okay. Then number 3, draw a road going north. So it's going to be going this way from C5 for 5 blocks. So there's C and 5. So C and 5 meet right there. Okay. So we're going to go from C5. We're going to go north for 5 blocks. We're drawing a road there. You will probably make yours a lot prettier than mine. Then this is where it gets a little tricky. Draw a river going northeast from A5 to E1. Okay, so we have north and we have east. Where do you think northeast is going to be? Northeast, you see that little thing that's going off there? If you wonder what that is, that's the directions that's in between. So this is northeast. This one's going to be northwest. It's between north and west. This one's between south and west, so that's going to be southwest. This little one is in between south and east, so it's going to be southeast, okay? But this says northeast, so we're going to be going that way, diagonal, okay? Just like that. From A5, that's where they meet, to, and I'm going to put a little dot to remind myself, to E1, okay? So we're going to draw a river here to there. Okay. Going from northeast from here to there. Number 5, draw a bridge in E1. So there's going to be a bridge here, obviously, to go over all these things that are happening. Then number 6, complete your map by cutting out and gluing the pictures provided onto the map. Now, I'm not going to actually do that because there's so many different things you can do. So I'll let you do that. You can just cut these out and glue them anywhere on here. Just be careful as to where you're putting them. You wouldn't put a library on top of a river, right? And you probably wouldn't put a park in the middle of the railroad track. So just kind of be cognizant as in be aware of where you're putting them. Don't just slap them on there and call it good, okay? So cut these out, glue them on there, and that is your packet pages for today.